It's Israel Ben Yosef, Rabbi Donald Maher, and I'm here at the Med Solutions office where we do healing. We don't do labels and we don't do treatment. We're not playing games and we don't do insurance. We're not looking to try to milk your insurance policies. We have an assurance that comes from above, and we serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and the Word of God as it is in the Holy Bible. We believe that we have the right to do that. I believe it's a sovereign right. The U.S. Constitution articulates that we have the right to do these things in our faith. It is a right of exercise, and it's in the First Amendment. So if you're questionable about whether or not you have the rights to your own body or your own sovereignty, you do, but you have to learn to articulate it, and you should walk in it too. You don't want to be walking in dysfunction where you need the services of those individuals who may or may not believe or support your ideology or the ideology of your ancestors for that matter. In fact, it's not unusual for large groups of people to be singled out for extermination with, let's call them medical programs. They were vaccinating and showering and gassing loads and loads of people, all because we fell in line with what the mainstream says you are supposed to do. Is your blood holy? Did God make you? Is your blood sovereign, or do you think you need something added to it in order for it to be good? I think that's wrong. I think that indeed we are fearfully and wonderfully made, more than conquerors, made in His image, formed in His likeness. You're filled with His Spirit. You're placed in His kingdom to do kingdom work and not to be a billboard of what might happen if you don't know the terminology. I'm here to tell you that there's a lot of people that will use acronyms and they'll use a lot of different terminology, semantics, circumlocution, colloquialisms, and they use those things to convolute us, and that's confusion. So, what I want to do is make things simple for you so you understand that your body is a machine. It is the same inside and out. We're pretty much exactly the same, and it needs certain things. One of the most important things is substance. You need substance. It says in Genesis that we're made from the dust of the earth. That means we're made from dirt, and dirt has minerals. But we got so brilliant with our educations that we started taking everything out of the water with reverse osmosis filtration and such. Now we're drinking dead water, empty water that doesn't have anything in it, and that is not a good thing because then you need pills that have mystery minerals in them. But no one's asking the doctor what's in this pill that you think I need because he doesn't know. He doesn't make the medicine. He buys these pills from a provider who has them made probably out of country where there's very little oversight for your safety. It's important that we understand that your health is sovereign. Your health, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Nothing's changed in 5,700 plus years. Now we have to come back to the wisdom that taught our ancestors how to make it without healthcare, without Obamacare, without all of this sanctioned, taxpayer funded job security for people who paid too much for their muffler. Just because you paid $500,000 to become a doctor and you owe all of these schools of institutions doesn't mean we have the responsibility of putting you to work. I think we have a responsibility to one another to educate one another with the wisdoms given to us by God freely, and then you practice these principles and protocols so that you can stay healthy and stay out of the doctor's office. Now, if you have a bone protruding or a laceration that needs stitches, you may need to go to the hospital, but you don't need to go to the palm reader to ask how your future is going to look. And this is something that biblically we should not be doing, especially when you read about in Second Kings the destruction of the serpent, the Nehushtan or the Nachosh, which was the brazen serpent that became the idol of worship, the center of worship, where the Israelites were worshiping that particular idol rather than the God of creation. We must be careful in these days and times. You need someone you can trust, and you need a resource you can depend on. My O2 Meds and Med Solutions is your Hebrew resource. God bless you. Shalom.